Hey guys, it's me cyoubx, and this is a slightly different video than what I usually do. Typically in cube reviews, I like to go over a lot of the objective parts of a cube, but that just doesn't quite work this time. Today I want to talk about the GAN I carry, how I feel about it, and whether or not you should get it. What you're watching is a session I did earlier where I was trying to get higher in the leaderboard rankings. I felt like actually showing the app and some solves would probably give you a better feel for this product rather than details on the mechanism or other things like that. This cube was sent to me by the Cubicle, but as you all know, that's not going to affect how I review this puzzle. And actually, we'll just start off with the one thing I really don't like about the product, because honestly, aside from this one reservation I have, I do recommend the iCarry. The software, particularly on Android, is atrocious. There's just no sugarcoating it. On both iOS and Android, the user interface is extremely cramped, and I know I'm a boomer for saying this, but it's honestly just cumbersome to navigate and very, very off-putting. On Android, it's even worse though. The CubeStation app you find on the Play Store is actually the old version that was full of bugs. The current version that you'll want to use is hosted on GAN's third-party website, which means, yes, you are required to download an uncertified APK from a website. I'm not saying that the software is malicious in any way, but as a general rule, you really shouldn't be downloading random APKs off of websites, especially considering the young cubing demographic. I think GAN should do better. Unfortunately, my Android phone did die last week, so I can't show you just how bad it is, but just trust me, it's not a good experience. On iOS, things are better. The app is actually hosted on the App Store, and if you're someone with an M1 MacBook like me, you can actually run the app on your computer. And honestly, I think that's the way to go. It's an amazing experience. With a larger screen, the app actually feels very natural to use. The buttons are more appropriately sized, and aside from the low resolution of images, it's quite good. Aesthetically, not really my cup of tea, but functionally, yeah, it's good. The connection has also been flawless between the new app and the iCarry. With the older GAN IV2, I found myself to get a lot of DNFs because the app would misregister turns. I haven't had a single issue with that on this new cube, regardless of how fast I spam TPS. Every solve has been perfectly reconstructed. There are also some nice things like doing a U prime to start the next solve. Overall, the new app just makes me spend more time solving instead of being frustrated about various things, so good job, GAN. And then, of course, there's the cube itself. The iCarry is basically the same as the GAN IV2, except that the iCarry has a coin battery instead of a rechargeable one, and I love it. The IV2's battery life was a little bit too short for me and kind of turned me away from using it. The iCarry's battery is supposed to last up to a year and is replaceable, so that just seems more convenient to me. The iCarry also came with some centerpiece travel adjusters and spare springs. Personally, I was fine with the stock tensions, but it's definitely worth playing around with if you spend a lot of time using this cube. In general, the performance of the cube is pretty decent. It doesn't flow quite as well as a normal speed cube like the GAN 11M, but for a smart cube, it's serviceable. Overall, this is just a super fun cube to use. The way the online ranking system works is also very addictive. Instead of taking your best average of 5, rankings are based on your best 20 solves and are reset each week. This gives people of all skill levels more motivation to actually try and compete on the leaderboards, since singles matter more than averages. In fact, I found myself YOLOing almost every solve, as you see in this video, in order to get good singles, not caring at all about my overall average. While it's certainly not what I would want to do in a WCA comp, I find this format really fun and engaging. So, in all, I really like the iCarry. I think it's a great improvement over the IV2, and the app is in a pretty functional spot, especially if you play on a larger screen. One last thing to note is that it currently does not work with CS Timer or cyoubx, although I know cyoubx is working on it, so you will need to use the CubeStation app to use this cube at the time of this video. The GAN iCarry is $37 on the Cubicle, but you can get 5% off when you use discount code KTK at checkout. If you have any questions about this cube, leave them in the comments below and I'll try to get back to you. Thanks to the Cubicle for sending this cube out to me, and thank you all for watching. Until next time, toodles.